Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. We all keep talking about the differences between Docker and Kubernetes. The high level differences between these two are Docker is used after your code is get compiled and it will help you to create and containerize the image, and then it will also help you to store into the registry like a Docker app. Kubernetes, it is the deployment orchestration tool mainly used during at the deployment runtime. Here I will be explaining how Docker and Kubernetes is used during your build and deployment process. A developer will be developing the application and store their code in the Git repository. When the development is complete, the request will be given to the build team for compiling the code. The output of the build process will be ERR war file. So this is your sample Docker file. When you run this Docker file, you will be getting an image. This Docker image will be stored in the Docker Hub registry. A registry can be your Docker Hub or it can be a JFrog artifactory. With this, your build process is complete, and then from here onwards, it will be a Kubernetes. A Kubernetes will be responsible of deploying your image into the Kubernetes cluster. This is a sample, the sample YAML file where this YAML will be executed in the Kubernetes cluster. When you execute this YAML file in the Kubernetes cluster, it will be deployed as a pod. The pod is nothing but it is your application running in your Kubernetes cluster, which will be given to the testing team for testing the application. As a prerequisite for this demo, you need to have Docker Hub account created and Docker desktop to be installed in your local desktop, and then you need to have a Kubernetes cluster. Let us go into the demo. So open your command prompt and make sure that Docker is installed. You can verify your Docker installation by running the command Docker. When you get an output like this, that means Docker is installed successfully. So this is the directory structure where I have the Docker file in my local, and then I do have an application folder called sample, and sample.var file is the compiled version of the code. This got created when I run a maven command. So now I'm going to create a Docker image for the application that we have in our local. Let us run a command called docker images. It will tell you that how many images are there in your local. Right now we don't have one. Let me go and run a command to create a Docker image. So I'm creating this is a command for you to create a Docker image. Docker images. We can see that there is a image got created now. Let's tag that. Images. So for to create a tag, you need to run a command called docker tag and then this image ID. This should match, and IAM7 it is nothing but my Docker account, and Docker demo is a registry. If you go back here, you can see that I do have two repositories. One is Docker demo and 7 else. Right now if you look into the Docker demo, I don't have any Docker image got created. When I do a push command, the image what I have in my local will get uploaded into my Docker repository in Docker Hub. Let me go and run a Docker push command. This is my Docker push command. When I execute that, it will go and upload that image. The image what I have in my local will get uploaded into the Docker Hub. Yeah. Now go back to your Docker Hub to verify if it is uploaded or not. You can see that there is a Docker image got uploaded a few seconds back, which confirms that your images get uploaded to your Docker hub. This is my Kubernetes cluster, kubectl get nodes. I have Kubernetes one control plane and two worker node. And let me show the YAML file. This is a YAML file which I will be running it now. Cat, and this should match. IAM7 is my Docker account and Docker demo is the repository name. This should match with the tag what we have created earlier. Let me go and run Kubernetes kubectl create. Okay, before executing this command, I wanted to show if I have any existing pods. Right now, I don't have any pods other than what it was created earlier. I'm going to create a pod name called Kubernetes demo, which is got defined in my YAML file. To create a pod, this is a command you need to execute. Kubectl create -f and then Kubernetes demo.yaml. You can see that there is a pod got created with a name called Kubernetes demo. Let me go and run kubectl get pods. Right now you can see there is a pod got created with the name Kubernetes demo. The pod is nothing but which is an application running in the Kubernetes cluster. This will be accessed by the testing team for the testing purpose. I hope you understand the concept of Docker and Kubernetes and how it is used in the DevOps model. Thank you.